My name is Aaron Hales. I'm the Senior Brand Identity Manager for
And what are the aspects of the physical show have you looked at creating a digital solution for with the platform?
You have to realize what the two mediums are, and I think that's the thing that we kind of struggled with at the beginning, was to kind of answer this dilemma. Playing in a digital world, you're playing by a completely different set of rules. Now, digitally, a lot of things you can kind of say are very first impression based. So you have to figure out how to best utilize those things. I mean, should you just take all the tools off the shelf and start playing with all of them, or should you just really focus on creating a foundation that is meaningful and is useful for a digital realm? And I think the latter is the approach that we feel is the smartest, creating a very easy way, or is what we think would be an easy way for brands and buyers to have this relationship back and forth where they can find each other in the brands can inspire. So the retailers have a very easy way of navigating different presentations that are in front of them so they can make better educated decisions on what it is they want to bring into their stores.
Yeah, and that brings me on to my next question, which is like, what have you identified as the key features for buyers and brands?
I think it's just the simplicity of it. So what you're going to see is when we go live come February 1st, you'll see a brand presentation overview, which all the brands will just be laid out in a very visualized list. So all the brands have a single thumbnail with their brand name. And then you can go through and you quickly get a visual inspiration, your first impression. Okay, what is this that the brand is actually about? The idea is to not feel overwhelmed, just to be able to sit back, take your cup of coffee, whatever it is, start going down the list and get a quick inspiration. And then we have a feature that we're also bringing into this. It's called the album page. You can add these brands to a customized album, which means you can start adding them in. You can think about it like a checkout basket, if you will. But all it's doing, it's collecting your favorited brands or brands that you think are interesting. And you can also share that album with anybody you want. This actually becomes a useful tool for us to communicate out to buyers. So we can actually curate this album, and then we can send it out to all these retailers at once, because they're going to have a similar interest in these brands that we can actually put together and sit down and say, we think you'd be very interested to see these. And then also, if you are viewing individual brand bio page, at the bottom we'll have a small handful of related brands based on similarity in categories and tags and things like that. So we'll give more suggestions for whichever visitors viewing that brand page based on what it is they're actually searching for.
Visuals are key to fashion and kids fashion. Do you have advice for brands creating imagery for the CIFF platform?
Well, because we're trying to make it so simple, the advice that I would give is, this is going to be your opportunity to give a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of narrative into who you are. And so the question becomes, how do you express that in just in the simplest and fewest amount of bits possible? So a small handful of images, if it's relating to the season's collection, or just something that helps define you as a brand, and then having a meaningful little narrative or description. Because the highlight is just, again, first impressions. That's what we're giving.